because of the water, the crops that are grown there, the fish industry, the trade industry, everything has built Minneapolis into a big city. And it's not too far away from Chicago, which is the third largest city in the United States. And Minneapolis and St. Paul is the largest metropolitan area. Do you know which university in which you'll be studying? Southwestern Minneapolis. And
Southwest Minnesota State University.
yeah, so that'll be closer to Chicago and a little warmer too at the same time. It'll be colder in wintertime, but icy. I was there in Minnesota and Minneapolis at the beginning of the year, the month of January, and the ground was frozen and ice everywhere. You had to be careful where you were walking in a lot of places, and because of the ice. But at the same time, buildings are warm, the buses are warm, everything's warm so you're not going to be cold. So you'll travel from your nice warm room to your nice warm class, to your nice warm library, to your nice warm lunchroom, and so everything. Well, don't worry about the cold. It won't be bad for you because everything is heated nicely, and the vehicles are all heated nicely, and the classrooms, the living quarters, the lunchrooms, the libraries, everything is warm, and so even the sports areas are heated nicely there. So, yeah. What major are you pursuing there?
Hospitality.
Hospitality. Okay, so of course that area being close to Chicago, and you're going to have a huge hospitality sector in that area, and a lot of hospitality businesses are based out of Chicago because of its central location. This is called the heartland of the United States, that area. Because you have a huge agricultural area, a huge timber area, a huge lake area that transports things all the way out to the Atlantic Ocean. It's a great sector for hospitality.
So the first one you said that there's a lot of lake.
Yes, it's a land of lakes, and so
Minnesota, and it's border to Canada. Did you say that?
Yeah, Canadian border.
Near to, I think that's the best state, and people not going to miss their lake, Puya Lake and Rupa Lake,
Yeah, the lake looks like an ocean.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It doesn't look like a small lake.
It's so deep. Oh, okay, okay.
It's a great lake.
So because the people feel that maybe this is really too remote, like in somewhere like in like a rope, people just imagine the remote area of Nepal and they say, oh, maybe Minnesota is kind of like too remote and there's no vehicle, sort of people just imagine this.
Yeah.
That means
there
wrong.
are parts of northern Minnesota that are very remote, but southern Minnesota is very populated.
Yeah, so there's a lot of areas, cities out there in major state, except in St. Louis, a lot of areas are actually remote areas, and people say, oh, I mean, people are find it hard right there to when they just look after the intensive opportunities and job opportunities during their studies, and that's why people have a lot of questions about how's that started.
Southern Minnesota would be a great place.
So how would you compare Southwest Minnesota to Texas, Craig?
Texas is a big state, and it's hard to just say Texas because it's the third largest state. Sure. And so Texas has very cool areas and very warm areas depending on where you are, very dry areas and very wet areas depending on where you are in the state. And so it's